Welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. I'm, as ever, your humble and contrite host, Michael Lundy, and we are sitting down with one of the main players in the Central Susquehanna Valley music scene, Frank Wicher. An amazing story. I didn't really know a lot about Frank before we sat down at the WXPI radio studios, but his life story takes us through Germany, southern Michigan, Toledo, Detroit, and into the Central Susquehanna Valleys. In between there, we learn about his musical upbringing, his style, his approach to songwriting, just so much more. Everything that you are hearing today, all the music was recorded live by Frank Wicher here at the WXPI radio studios. And we're going to kick things off with one of Frank's great songs, Van Down by the River, kicking things off on this episode of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Take it away, Frank. Welcome back to the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast, and this is going to be an interesting interview for me. I am going to admit right up front that I have only met Frank Wicher in passing, like doing songwriters open mics, and I think we met once in passing. Literally just shook hands as we were passing at Leo Armbruster's release show for his last album.
Oh, that was Front Street Station.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But I've never actually sat down and talked to you. So I'm a little intimidated today with sitting down and talking to Frank, because Frank is, in the local music community, Frank is a name. Everybody knows him. Everybody respects him as an artist and a songwriter. And he's one of the artists in this area who, venues will always ask, do you draw a crowd?
Nope.
Well, if my name was Frank Wicher, I would say, you're damn right I do. So without further ado, it is a pleasure to sit down and chat with the one and only Frank Wicher. Frank, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. This is really fun. I mean, we got a great view out the window here. And
oh, yeah. You got the courtyard of the pajama factory here. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we spare no expense for the artists coming in
Hey,
here.
this is awesome. It's awesome, yeah. But yeah.
But everything I've said is true. That the fact that we have not like formally met before, just like in passing, I think we've done. But we're going to get to this, but you've been doing this for a while, and I truly think that you do. People like come to see you. You're. I've coined this term. You're a destination artist. People, I think, come to see you.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
As long as I can get 6 people, I'm happy, you know.
Well, see, you've already outsold us. So, I mean, that's always good. So we're going to set the Wayback Machine. Where did all this start? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And we'll just kind of go from there.
I was born in Germany.
Really?
I was born in Blochington, Germany. And then my parents immigrated here in 1965. So I'm not giving away my age here, but I was like 3.5 years old when I came over here.
So walk me through this. So mom and dad were not. Cause when you said you were born in Germany, I'm thinking, okay, he was born at Landstuhl, or he's a military brat.
No,
your mom and dad are German.
No, yeah, and all my mom and dad and all my aunts and uncles immigrated here at the same time.
No kidding.
I think my 2 of my uncles. My dad came over. I'm not sure what time frame was. Probably 6 months. He left us in Germany, and then he got a job, and then he sent for us.
How old was your dad when he?
Oh my gosh, he was probably only in his 20s, early 20s.
Oh wow!
But they were tool and die makers. They were machinists. So,
no kidding.
Yeah, so they had no problem finding work right away here.
Did they settle in this area, or did they go?
No, it was in southern Michigan. And actually, my mom still lives there in that same little town.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So this is going to be cool because I didn't know that. So you were born in Germany. So dual citizenship and the whole thing, or
No, I mean no. Fast forward to '85, I started playing in Canada, and then I discovered that my green card still had my baby picture on it. So the one day I was trying to get back into the U.S., and they pulled me out, and because I was expired, I didn't have any new, so they had me detained for a while.
Oh, geez.
So, but then after that, I just decided it might have been '83, but that's when I got my American citizenship.
Okay, but so how does that work? I mean, are you dual citizenship with Germany because you were born there? Or
I don't think so. No, because once I don't think that.
I don't know how that works.
No, once I got my American citizenship, I think that was it.
Okay, so again, I've learned something new. That's really fascinating. So so the family settled in Michigan.
Yeah,
yeah. So were mom and dad musical?
My dad was, or my dad, yeah, he actually played harmonica in a 3-piece band when he was young, and him and 2 of his buddies, they used to go from town to town. They had a 3-piece harmonica band. I've never heard of them.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't either. But the one guy played like the bass harmonica, and yeah,
I don't know if that's is that kind of a German thing? I mean, was it a community of?
I don't know.
I've never heard of a harmonica band before.
No,
I take that back. Back in the early
there were Harmonicats.
Yes,
remember the Harmonicats?
Yes, and that's exactly what I was thinking. The old Harmonicats. Yep. But I'm at the turn of the 20th century. There, I mean, that was there were groups like the Harmonicats out there with the bass harmonica.
Yep. Actually, we had.
See, this is why we go for 2 hours, because we'll get down these rabbit holes, man.
Yeah, actually, I remember seeing that. We had the vinyl, what is it, 78s or whatever. Yeah, we had one of those.
Oh yeah,
when I was a kid.
So Dad played the harmonica. How about Mom? Was she musical or?
She yelled a lot. No,
okay,
just
that's
kidding.
where you got your vocal timbre then from.
No, yeah.
Now, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother and I have one sister.
Are they musical?
No.
No. So really. Besides you and Dad are it.
They're a lot more talented than I am, but they're not. They don't play anything. But
oh, okay. Well, I beg to differ with that. But having not met your siblings, I would beg to differ because you're a pretty talented guy. So you're in Michigan. So when you immigrated, how old were you?
I was 3.5.
Do you remember it? Do you remember immigrating from? Do you remember any part of Germany? And really,
I do vaguely, but I also remember when they started me in school. I mean, my mom and dad couldn't speak English, so and when they put me in kindergarten, I had no idea what the teacher was saying.
Oh wow!
So I don't know.
Wow!
I don't remember exactly when I learned how to speak English, but
well, you obviously did.
Yeah.
I mean, Actually, I thought you were born and bred in Central Pennsylvania. I think he's got the command of the English language a lot better than most of us Central Pennsylvanians do. So that's pretty fascinating. So your mom and dad, I mean, they immigrated. I'll call it cold. They didn't speak English.
No.
That's incredible. I mean, you got to think about the immigrants from any time, but especially back. The 30s, 40s, and that when they would immigrate in and they had no, and they made it just by hard work and
especially being at that young of age, coming over here in your early 20s.
Exactly.
You look around now. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get on that thing, but I don't know how many people can do that now. It was a whole different life.
And again, without getting into all the nuance of politics and all that, you had to. I mean, that was the only way you could assimilate was by learning the language.
Yeah.
And wow. So I didn't know. So when you started school, you didn't speak English as a first language.
No. I remember, I don't know why this still sticks out in my head, but I think at the time I was in the second grade, remember how the intercom used to come on? Like Prince, just before they let the bell would ring, we can go out. I remember going up to my teacher and I said, "What did that guy say on the speaker?" So that I still couldn't say my S's right. Yeah. So they sent me to speech class because I couldn't say my S's. I would say speaker instead of speaker.
Yeah.
So don't tell anybody that.
No. That is incredible. So. We're going to come back to some of this, I assume, at some point, but when did the music bug hit you?
It was kind of forced on me, actually, because when I was 6 years old, my mom, I'm sure it was my mom and dad, made me take piano lessons. So I took classical piano lessons till I was like 13.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! So I don't picture you as a piano player, man.
And then, actually, I was playing like small little concerts and stuff, and
So, would you consider yourself a trained musician then?
No. I mean, I was pretty good on the piano. I got to be fairly decent at it. Mm-hmm. But then when I turned 13, I realized that I'm never going to get a girlfriend playing piano and wearing a blue leisure suit.
Yeah.
So then I got myself a guitar, taught myself how to play, and then it went on from there.
So who taught you to play the harmonica?
I did.
Oh, so he plays the harmonica.
Yeah,
so,
I play harmonica too.
So Karen is going to chime in here and help me out with this interview, and I appreciate that. So you started at 6 years old on the piano.
Yeah.
Till you were 13. I got to do public math now. So that's how many years? It's almost 7 years
of piano. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you did like little recitals and concerts.
Yeah.
Interesting, because you don't strike me as a piano player.
Yeah, I sure don't look like one.
No, do you still play?
I don't know what that's supposed to look like, but
Well, no, but I mean, it's come on. I'm trying to think here. Some of the rock and roll pianists. I mean, come on. No, there's no.
No.
But you didn't strike me as being a piano player. Do you still play?
I have a piano at home, but I don't really. No.
If you had to like pick something out, could you do it?
No, not really. I mean, I could fake something, but it wasn't. Yeah. No.
Funny. I wouldn't have guessed. So 13, and you're right. Yeah, it's hard to pick up girls with a piano because they're not very portable.
No.
You can't take it to the beach with you, you know. You can't take it out camping with you, you know. So 13, did you give up the piano? Like, you just like, I'm not going to play this anymore, or was it just kind of you just kind of outgrew it?
I outgrew it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then, I just outgrew it.
Yeah.
I just locked myself in the bedroom all the time. I remember my dad got me my first guitar because he had a guitar, but they got me my first guitar. It was from Sears and Roebuck. I don't remember the name, but the strings were like a quarter inch off the neck. You know, you couldn't hardly like.
Yeah, you measured the action in feet.
It was excruciating playing.
We
that
have
thing.
all started on that same guitar.
Yeah.
I think everybody that I've
horrible. And now when somebody asks me, hey, my so-and-so my son or daughter or whatever wants to get into playing, I tell them, get them a guitar, don't get them a cheap one, or get something, there's a lot of good stuff, but get them something to where it's easy to finger, because as soon as they start playing that, if their fingers hurt, they're going to get discouraged and they're not going to want to play.
Right. So. We've all had that same guitar. I think we just pass it around.
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if you remembered what the brand name was, but you got it from Sears. Now, Karen had mentioned that you play the harmonica. Did your dad teach you how to play harmonica?
No, I think I picked that up. I was when I first started playing guitar, I was a huge. Willie Nelson was one of the first people that made me want to play.
Yeah,
and his harmonica player, Mickey Raphael, to me is one of the most, the greatest, because he knows when to play and not to play. He doesn't overplay, but when he does play, it's, it stands out. But I think that's where I got it. And then I started playing harp early in the 80s.
Okay.
I started when I was a band in Toledo. That's where I'm originally from, Southern Michigan, Toledo area. Mm-hmm. I played guitar and I played harp then in the band.
Okay, so let's go back to when you were 13, because we're going to hopefully tie all this stuff up. So you kind of gave up the piano. Is that when you picked up a guitar, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 13, ballpark, and I don't want to give away your age, but ballpark, what year? What are we talking?
Oh man, that's
early 70s or late 60s or what?
That's like 72.
Okay, all right. So you.
Everybody's doing the math right now.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
She knows.
Yeah. Everybody else though is like, okay, let's figure out how old he is. Was Willie Nelson? Because you had mentioned Willie Nelson. What made you want to pick up the guitar outside the piano?
Willie Nelson. I mean,
Willie Nelson.
Watching Willie. And,
so 72. Go ahead. Yeah.
He was so well. This was. I got the guitar when I was like 13, but then. When the first time I heard, and this is going to sound weird, but I got a clock radio back then. Mm-hmm. Up until, and that's the first time I ever heard Johnny Cash, Willie, and Waylon. I had on a clock radio.
Okay.
But up until then, my whole family, every time we'd get together, we were listening to Bayerischen Bavarian yodeling and German folk songs like "Du liebst mich in Herzen," that kind of stuff. So I grew up with that, and then the first time I heard, I got that radio is when I started getting into country music.
No kidding. And see, this is why I have no script, because I was going to ask you, what did you listen to before Willie Nelson, before you were 13?
Yeah.
But that makes perfect sense that you would listen to, the German and the Aryan folk songs.
And a lot of the chord progressions, even in those songs, they're only 2 or 3 notes, just like most of the country stuff was back then. So it was really familiar, kind of.
Well, we could do a whole hour on just the amalgamation of American music coming from, England, Europe, and all that.
Right.
So Willie Nelson, though, and was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Waylon, of course, I met I mean, I was introduced to Waylon and
Yeah.
Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard.
So the classic country stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
So 72 though, Willie hadn't really gotten. Oh no, he
No.
had. He was starting into the outlaw thing out of Austin then. 'Cause
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was a groom.
I'm
songwriter.
thinking like 76.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's when that's when it first started really
Okay.
hitting the airwaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Good Heart Woman and
Okay. All right. So because I was like, man, if he goes back to 72, that was almost pre-outlaw.
Oh,
when he was still the
oh yeah,
songwriter.
in the 60s. I've seen videos of him back in the 60s. You wouldn't even recognize him.
You wouldn't.
know?
He looks like I mean, he's coiffed and looks like George Jones.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
yeah.
but there's a. And I think it's going to be sad because I don't think that we're going to appreciate everything about Willie Nelson until he passes. If you put like the American vocalists, the American songbooks singers, you have Sinatra, you have we're going to have to put Willie Nelson in with Frank Sinatra
Oh my
and those
gosh,
vocalists. Listen to Willie Nelson, especially like
70s and early
70s.
80s.
He
yeah.
would sing behind the beat. He made a song his own.
Yeah.
The where I got hooked on Willie Nelson was Stardust.
Yeah.
His where he did the old standard songs, and I'm like, holy crap, this is good.
Right.
And that got me into all this other stuff. But his harmonica player, even on that stuff, is just like so tasteful.
Yes.
Yeah. So you had said that you were in some bands. So we're talking. Well, did you teach yourself guitar? Did you teach yourself how to play guitar? You did.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. What, the old Mel Bay books, or did you just pick it up and?
I didn't have any books. I don't know. I just from friends, and then when I started driving, they had this bluegrass get together every Tuesday at this place in Toledo, in Sylvania, which is a suburb outside of Toledo, called Maryland's Place. Mm-hmm. So I used to go there, and some of the old guys they were probably 10 years older than I, but so I picked up a lot of the notes and stuff there. Yeah. And then when I graduated high school, I got an opportunity to play in a band right out of high school. Yeah, and that's kind of where it started.
Wow! And so we're still in Michigan, Ohio area.
Southern Michigan,
Ohio. Yeah. Okay. So were you still playing the old Sears acoustic guitar?
No. I actually I bought myself a Yamaha FG340 acoustic. Yeah. I still have it at home.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. It's got all the war marks on it.
See, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm assuming you weren't in like a heavy metal band. This was all country and.
No, I mean the one band. Yeah, it was pretty much country. But the band that I was in, the guy was so good. I mean, he was probably 10 years older than I was at the time. But we were playing everything from ZZ Top to the Who, and then go to a Merle Haggard or a Willie song.
Oh, cool.
And then play Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
Or we did a lot of. I mean, every cover song that you can think of from that era. Yeah. And before and after years of playing that, I just didn't want to do the cover band thing anymore, I think. So.
Well, okay, so that leads me into, when did you start writing songs?
Right around the first song I ever wrote was when the year I graduated, I think. I wrote a song called Blue Boy Blues.
Okay.
And we weren't going to go into what I do now for a living, but it actually has to do with mowing grass.
Well, we all mowed grass when we were kids. I mean, that's how you made your money, a lot of us. Right. So you wrote a song about mowing grass, Blue Boy Blues?
It wasn't just about that.
Oh, okay.
There was more to it.
Okay. Do you still play it?
Once in a while, yeah.
I
don't... Beep. Grass and dog shit.
No.
Oh, is that the one?
No, that ain't the one. No.
I don't think we played that one on the radio show.
No.
But So this was songwriting. Do you still count Willie as like one of your touchstones, or when it comes to songwriting, where you?
It's a combination of a lot of people, a lot of stuff anymore,
But I mean, back when you started, I mean, when
I think Willie and Waylon, Waylon and Merle Haggard, those three guys were,
and you know, everybody's like, oh, country music, it's three chords, it's really easy. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I mean, because you listen to some of the stuff that Hag wrote, you know, a lot of the stuff that Willie Nelson wrote. I mean, that's some complex stuff, you know, going on there within the confines of, you know, 3 or 4 chords. And I know for like Johnny Cash, there's a couple, Big River. I always thought that was a standard. I always thought that was like a folk song. The song Big River by Johnny Cash. He wrote that.
Yeah.
It's like, what an incredible song. And I thought it was like, you know, some of this, you know, old folk song. So you got Blue Boy Blue. Did you play these in the bands?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Actually,
so you were, okay.
I don't know if I still have it, but that was the first song I ever had recorded, and it's actually on a 45.
No kidding.
That's
Oh, dude.
giving away my age again.
No. Oh, come on. I remember 45. So you record. Okay, so back the truck way up. So you recorded this song.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. How'd that come about? And how soon after you wrote it did you record it?
Probably at least a year or two after I wrote it. I think we recorded it.
How old were you when this happened? Again,
I was like 20.
Okay, so I mean, I was thinking like, you know, like right out of high school, you're still in your late teens, but even early 20s, I mean.
No, I think I was 20 when we recorded. I wrote the song at like 18.
Okay.
But I written another one too, Time Flies By, and that one there, even nowadays, that's probably like one of the most requested ones.
So you're still playing the songs that you wrote when you were 18, 20 years old. You're still playing them out now?
Oh yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Not the Blue Boy Blues. It just kind of.
Time flies by, it does.
Yeah.
Time Flies By, I do. Yeah.
That's incredible. So, so the recording experience. I mean, so you graduate high school, you're in the band, and then you record. I mean, that's like bam, bam, bam. That's pretty. Did you record the song with the band, or is it just you going?
No,
into
with the
studio?
band. It was the band that I was with.
Wow.
And I was just a side guy in there. It wasn't like it wasn't my name and whatever.
Right. But they recorded one of your songs.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, going into the studio at that age and having that experience.
It was cool, and it wasn't. It was. I mean, you're 20 years old, and you're like, think you're going to hit the big time here after as soon as this gets released. Boy, the money's going to start rolling in, and he's.
Well, back then, if that was theoretically possible.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah. I told somebody, I said, when you're a songwriter, oh man, I'm going to get this song published and I want to buy a swimming pool. I said, as a songwriter, I've got enough to buy a cup.
Yeah.
If that, a plastic cup, Yeah.
And the times are so much different too. But nobody really seems to, most people don't care anymore.
When you were doing this, I mean, theoretically, you could make it with a 45. Theoretically, you could make it back then.
Yeah.
Now, it's a whole different game.
The attention span of people is so short.
Well, not only that, but just the how now we're going down another rabbit hole. It's all streaming, and the physical medium is going away.
Yeah.
It's all streaming, and how you market that. And there would be a good topic maybe for section, the second part of the interview, having grown up in that, with that construct of, the 45, the physical medium, now we're into the, the streaming stuff. How different is that? So where were you, what town, city did you record this at? Was it in Toledo or Southern Michigan or where?
It was in It was in Ohio. It was in northern Ohio. It was maybe an hour from where I lived in southern Michigan.
And we never asked the name of the band. What was the name of the band?
Back then it was called Sagebrush.
Sagebrush.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good name.
Sagebrush was the name of the band.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. So if you have a 45, anybody's listening to this, if you have a 45 for northern Ohio, southern Michigan, and check out the 45. You have one by Sagebrush. See if it's not Frank Wicher's song.
I don't even know if there's any of them left.
You never know.
No.
Did they actually press them and make them?
Yeah, it was on a jukebox.
Dude, come on. Somebody's got to have them somewhere.
Yeah, it was on the jukebox.
Oh, that's sweet.
Somewhere. My son might have one on his.
Okay, so there's something I didn't. You're one of the few people. You've been on a jukebox, man.
Yeah, but.
Oh, come on. Quit being so damn humble. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, that was another one.
What? I'm sorry, Karen. What? Yeah.
So my son bought a bar. It's called the Central Park Hotel.
Yeah.
And when I met Frank and started dating him, he said that to check the jukebox there because his CDs were in the jukebox.
Oh, okay.
I never got up there to check it yet, but I'm going to check it when I get up that area.
Well, see, that's cool. I mean, even now, but I mean, having the old 45 disc on a jukebox. So you guys were poised for greatness here with Sagebrush. So what happened? So let's carry on from your time with Sagebrush then.
Oh, it's just, I don't know. Life just moves it forward and people stumble.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was back in 83, 84. And then I moved out of town. I moved up to northern Michigan then in 86 through 88 and then moved back. And
so by this time, Sagebrush had kind of...
Yeah, but then we got back together for a couple of years.
The same group? Same group of guys?
There was... we had... Me and the original guitar player reformed, and then we had two different guys then because the other guys didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You got to be committed to keep a band together. Bands come and go.
Yeah.
It's especially at that age.
Oh yeah.
But so we're in the mid '80s now. So kind of keep going from there. Where are you heading to?
Well, that was actually we played in Toledo there at a place called Nashville's. So I remember I only lived like a mile and a half down the road from there. We played there 6 nights a week.
No kidding.
And I remember we played from 9 to 2 every night. I remember
9 p.m. to 2 a.m. every night.
Every night. 6 nights a week.
Before you go on, so was this how you were making your living?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So you did nothing else but play. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So I was just playing, and then I remember now, and I could kick myself right now for thinking this way, but I remember pulling up, and we never had to tear down our equipment. We had a sound man, a light guy, a huge stage. We had a dressing room, and we were playing for 1,500 to 2,000 people a night.
Dude.
But I remember pulling up, and there was like 150 people in line waiting to pay to get in an hour before we started, and I'm thinking, oh my God, is this all there is? Oh my! I could kick myself now for thinking that.
Well,
so
you're young, you think,
Yeah.
That is flipping cool. So 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
And you were filling the place.
Yep.
Obviously, some nights were better, but
I mean,
wow.
the band, but we were the house band there for.
No kidding.
Oh gosh.
I mean, there's
a year or two.
Really?
Yeah.
There's another thing that has gone the way of the physical 45s, and that is the the house bands that play 6 nights a week. Yeah. You don't see that. I mean, in this area, you don't see that. Wow.
Well, it's just the drinking and driving laws. I'm not just blaming it on that, but people got better things to do. It's just.
I don't know they have better things to do, but there's just so much to do now. I mean, there's another rabbit hole we could go down. And, what's different about then than now? I mean, there's just so many other distractions, and even back then, if you had kids, I don't remember being involved with stuff like soccer and all this stuff, but people have other commitments, and and as you said, the whole drinking and driving and stuff like that. So the whole on a work night staying out till 2 a.m. Good
No,
morning.
I couldn't even imagine. I had to play a gig the other night. Last week we played a new place, and we had so much fun in there. Tim and I did. Tim Brian and I. I love you, Tim Brian.
Oh, we're going to talk about Tim in a little bit. So,
but we played this place, and they wanted to play 9/11. I'm like,
oh yeah,
that's too late.
Oh yeah,
especially in the wintertime.
Oh yeah.
I always try to tell all the bar owners or the club owners or venue in the wintertime when it gets dark at 5 o'clock, nobody wants to be out, wants to get up off the couch at 7, 8 o'clock to go see a band.
Right.
To do the music earlier.
Again, to our point, it's like, people, and you're right. Like, I'm in, man, 5 o'clock, I'm in my jammies,
Yeah.
Most people are. And at our age, going to like midnight, the next day it's like recovering from major surgery, man. It's no, forget it. But so you were a working professional musician during this time.
Yeah.
How cool! This is really cool. I would, So you said that lasted about a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I moved here to Pennsylvania.
What brought you here?
My wife at the time got promoted to work here, so I ended up being a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, okay.
So then my music career was ended for a long time.
How long?
Probably 7, 8, 9 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, did you pick the guitar up at all?
No, it was longer than that.
Yeah.
So, I was still. I had recorded a little bit at around here, and still wrote some songs, but wasn't playing much.
Okay,
I didn't really start playing until like 2009 again.
So when you moved to Pennsylvania, about what time?
That was like in 1993.
93. Okay. Yeah. Now, did you? Because you had commitments with stay-at-home dad and all that stuff. Is that why? Or was it just hard to break into the music? Or
I think when I moved here, and that I had to move here.
Yeah.
I just kind of gave up.
Okay.
Because I seen where the bands around here were playing one night here, one night here, and next week somewhere. I'm like, I was so tired. I couldn't even imagine having to do that after coming from where I'd come from. I just got so used to showing up at one place instead of having to tear down the equipment and set it up every night. I always tell everybody that's what we get paid for. We get paid for hauling, setting our equipment up, and then playing for free, and then tearing it back down.
The same thing. It's just we're tearing down. And
I always thought that why don't. Well, I don't. We're going another rabbit hole.
No, I mean, as long as we're not, cursing out my dogs or something.
I couldn't even imagine why places around here just don't have an in-house sound system. They can write it off, and then
that would be great.
That would be so great. We didn't have to move, and then they could control the volume.
Well, we just played a venue here in Williamsport where they have a sound guy, and it was just like, is it like the choir's open? Oh, thank you. Yeah. It was just like one less thing to have to worry about, and lug in. It was like, this is so nice. But
I even love it when somebody holds the door when I'm carrying a couple big heavy speakers.
Yeah,
Thank you for holding the door.
Gosh, the glamorous life of a local musician.
It's awesome.
But that had to have been. And all joking aside, you came from, 6 nights a week, a house band. You just walked in and played.
Yeah.
To boom. Okay. I've got to fit in here, and I wasn't around in the early 90s here, but you're playing one place, the next night you're playing someplace else. You got to tear all that stuff down. It is a pain.
Yeah, and then my kids were 3 and 4 years old.
Oh, good morning. Yeah.
When we moved here, so
yeah. So you said you got back into it then. But now you were still playing guitar and still writing it during this time, or did you just get okay? All right.
No, I still was playing, and I mean at home. And
yeah.
I did have a little band. Like in '96, I think, '96, I met up with some guys, local guys around here, and we played a couple times out,
Yeah. But nothing where you were like, booked like months and stuff like that.
No.
So before you moved to Pennsylvania, though, you grew up in southern Michigan, and I have it on good authority that you wrote a song about growing up in the young days in southern Michigan. That you have a song,
Take Me Back.
Take You Back. Tee that one up for us.
I used to spend my summers up in northern Michigan with my aunt and uncle during the summers.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that all the time.
Yeah.
That was some of the best times of my life. And I was messing around with this lick on guitar for like months, and then finally the song came to my head, and I wrote this song called "Take Me Back" for my aunt and uncle, and it just has to do with the time that I spent there.
Now, you had said when your parents immigrated that a large extension of your family immigrated at the same time. Is that correct?
Right.
So was it a big family? Like you had like reunions with huge number of people in that?
Well, there was my mom and dad, and then two uncles and two aunts, and then a handful of cousins.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That made for a good size reunion.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm sure that because of the being immigrants and that those times where you all got together, did you live close to each other? Or?
Yeah. We pretty in the early '60s or mid '60s, we were still living fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
At some point, but then I think it was like in 70. No, I was 69. We actually moved back to Germany. My dad, he wanted to move back.
Oh, really?
So they sold the house, they sold everything, and my sister and I, and at that time then my younger brother came along, and we moved back, and I had my 9th birthday in Germany, and then we ended up moving back again. We were only there for a few months. I'm not sure what happened, but we ended up moving back, and that was the last time I was ever there. It was
interesting. Okay, so wow. So you're 9 years old. You're pretty much assimilated into 9 years old. I mean, you got the bowl of Cheerios, watching Captain Kangaroo, and then you go back to Germany. How much? I mean, how was that? I mean,
it's I don't know. When you're a kid, you're pretty resilient.
Yeah.
But thinking about it now, like, wow. And I mean, my parents were probably, it was hard on them too. I don't know, because they were still in their 20s. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
wow, interesting. You see, this is why I love doing these things. You've had an interesting life. All right, so we're going to go back to southern Michigan. You're gonna play Take Me Back for us, and then we're gonna come back with the second part of this. This is a pretty fascinating interview with Frank Wicher here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
take me back back to the times when the world was bright, everything was new to me. Back to the time when we used to play outside, back to the time before we spent our lives online. Take me back, let me start again, knowing what I know now. Remember the days when time stood still and people had room to breathe. Is back before the progress of man desensitized you and me. Back to the times when we used to give a damn. Back to the time when a neighbor was a friend. Take me back, let me start again, knowing what I know now. There's a place I go now from time to time when life gets out of hand. It's a place that lives deep within my heart as a young boy in northern Michigan. Back when I used to spend all my time outside, sitting on that dock all day with my fishing line. Take me back, let me start again, knowing what I know now. That's a dream that everybody dreams, if we could go back somehow.
Take Me Back. That was really nice. I like that. Here's the other thing that I'm learning about you as we're going through this and listening to your songs. You kind of strike me as, no nonsense guy, but you've got a heart too. You're like, well, all the great poets, you have a little soft spot. You're a softie, I'll bet, for in some capacity.
Just
Are you
don't
not?
tell anybody.
Karen, is he a softie?
Yes, he's really soft.
I knew it. Okay. We don't want to break too much of the bubble here, but I think all great poets and all great songwriters, have this, this sentimental side, and I think that song kind of speaks to that, because a lot of your songs are and I'm guilty of this too, kind of humorous. They have that wry sense of humor, kind of observational stuff. You strike me as that's kind of your wheelhouse. But to do a song like that, I think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
yeah. But
I can be a softie at times, but
yeah, you don't want too many people to know that, though.
No.
Yeah. So, 2009, you're starting to get back into playing music. Were you just going out as a solo acoustic, or were you with a band, or when did you?
that's just a couple of us were getting together, and then we started getting more.
It was like jamming at the house or something like that, or did you
We had
walk into it knowing?
couple little gigs in here. And
Okay,
there. Yeah.
all right. When did it start really taking off for you then? Coming back here in Central PA.
I don't know. It had to have been like early 2010.
Okay. So soon after you kind of got
Yeah.
back into it then.
Yeah.
But you said you were playing with a was it a dedicated band, or was it just like a couple guys getting together and going out and playing?
No, I had a band. We were playing quite a bit.
Now, were you fronting it at that time, or was it okay?
Yeah. Then, I was with a couple guys, and I asked them what they wanted to name the band, and the drummer said he wanted we should name it Frank Wicher Band because I was doing it more of my originals. So, not to sound like
it makes perfect sense. So you were. Was it mostly originals, or was it a split between originals and covers? Or
yeah, it was. It was mostly covers still at that time.
Okay,
but slipping more of the original stuff in, and then really in the last few years is when I start. Now we still have the band, but most of the gigs that I'm playing now is just me and Tim Breon, awesome player.
Oh yeah. Now there's a dichotomy that when I've seen you and Tim playing. Do you guys work in the same wheelhouse? I mean, because Tim doesn't appear to me to be a country kind of guy, or am I wrong? Or is Tim just so damn good that he can play anything?
He's so damn good. He can play anything. He can play anything.
That's kind of what I figured that was.
Yeah, and we both have a twisted sense of humor.
Good.
So, and we can read each other's mind most of the time.
Awesome together.
Yeah. I love playing with Tim.
There's somebody
I wouldn't even want to play if I didn't have Tim. That's how.
Oh, really?
That's how much I enjoy it.
Really? I mean, because the stuff that you've played here, I mean, you're pretty damn good on the guitar. Accompany yourself.
Damn good too. It's just the two of them together are like.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I have not seen you and Tim, but I've seen Tim play out, and oh gosh, I think one of the first time. Well. Oh, fudge. I'm trying to think. It was over at Old Forge, and he was playing. I forget who he was playing with because it was soon after I retired. I was blown away. I was like, holy jeez. And then I saw him later, a few years later, playing jazz.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's this guy?
Yeah, he plays jazz up here in Williamsport. I guess I've never seen.
Yeah.
I've seen him play jazz, but I don't,
Yeah.
He's playing everywhere.
Yeah. He played in, getting into, some of the great stuff that's happened here in the area. Davy Jones from the Monkees lived in the area, and I think Tim worked pretty closely with him.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Record up at Kimbo's. There's another guy I've never met is Tim, and I would love to meet him and get him on one of these podcast interviews because he's done a boatload of stuff here in the area.
Right.
How'd you guys hook up then? Was he one of the guys that was, there from 2009 or?
I think the first time I ever really, he was, am I allowed to say names on the radio?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah.
He was playing with Johnny Jolin in the area. He was in Johnny Jolin's band, and they were playing, I think they were playing in Milton somewhere, and I stopped in there one time, and at that time, I didn't know Tim, but Tim was running, I think he was running sound or something, but that's when I first kind of had a run-in with Tim, and this was 20 years ago or more. Mm-hmm. And then and then Tim was playing at the Bull Run in Lewisburg. On Monday nights, they would have an open mic there with Steve Mitchell and all of us musicians from the whole area would show up there.
Oh my gosh.
It was just a good time, but Tim was the house player there along with Steve. And that's when Tim and I really start kind of
he was doing some kind of jazz thing with Charlie Holmes.
Yes. Well, Charlie Holmes was there. He was Charlie Holmes
the bass player.
The bass player, though.
Yep. I was fortunate enough to catch like the last couple years of the mashup, Steve's mashup before Steve passed, and it just kind of faded.
And then after that kind of ended. Everybody went to. Then we all went to Rusty Rail on Mondays.
Oh, that's
right.
Then
they changed it, and then Scott Scott Bachman and
Yep.
Brian Nowak
Yep.
were in Tim and Sean Manton. They were running. They were like the house band at Rusty Railroad.
Yeah.
So
Um,
anyway, that's how.
that's how you see. You get these rabbit holes, man. You go on these tangents.
Yeah.
So you and Tim have been playing together for about 20 years now?
Oh no.
Okay.
The one.
Right.
I think what happened that we were just kind of knew each other, but then I had a gig up in Lake Seneca up at the Finger Lakes,
Mm-hmm.
and I had asked him if he would come up and play for this gig, and he did, and I kind of started there. So that had to have been probably in 17 or 18.
Okay.
Probably 17, I think, or so.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to have to get out and see you guys because I know you guys play up in this area once in a while. So I'm going to have to keep my eyes open because I want to. I'm like, I've seen Tim play and I've seen you play, but I've not seen you guys together. And
or not even the whole band. You should see the whole band.
Well, tell me about the whole band then, because I know that you've. Yeah, go ahead and tell me about the whole. Is it still the Frank Wicher band?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the band, most of the gigs, I don't know, they don't want to hire a 5-piece band. Nobody just can't afford it, and we're not going to go in there and play for free pizza and beer.
Right.
That kind of things. But no, so in the band is Scotty Ebright on drums.
Oh yeah.
And Bill Engel on bass.
Okay.
And then Chris Tersati.
Chris T. Harp.
Chris T. Harp.
Yeah.
And, on my
yeah.
On the
harp, are you still playing harmonica when you have somebody like him? Do you still play?
No, because it's too hard to sing and play harp.
You don't do the whole Bob Dylan thing with the thing.
No.
So yeah, but really, if you've got Chris,
you
don't need a harp.
No, Chris is a great player.
Yeah. So that's a 5-piece band, and you're right. It's tough in this area to get. Even a 4-piece is tough if you don't want to play for exposure.
Yeah.
What kind of? I mean, so you still have the band. It's still running. Where do you guys play? Is it more like festivals or
if carnivals or whatever, firemen's carnivals. Last year we played a couple of them, and usually every year we're playing Little Mexico Campground.
Oh yeah,
they have us there every year.
He played with that.
Loyal Sock Hotel,
yeah,
and Pier 87 has us as a band.
Yeah. Now you play the Sandlot at Pier 87, or you play the real stage?
The Sandlot, yeah. I like playing the real stage.
Yeah.
The Sandlot. I don't know why, but they don't have the bands on that side. They just have the duos over there. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Conversation.
The Sandlot.
Why isn't there a canopy on here or something?
But it's still. I mean, that's a beautiful venue, though. I mean, because you've got the creek right there.
Oh, it is
or
beautiful.
Creek. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are from Pennsylvania.
What do you call in the Sandlot? Where the little boy?
The stage.
No, the stage is
it's all sand.
Yeah, it's sand.
It should be sand, but it's all blown up there. It gets all over your equipment.
If you have a pedal
that's why we
board
call
in
it a
there,
sand.
Oh, I thought you meant the one out there with that little boy is always there. He's right in front of you.
No. They have a regular stage, but it's you don't have a view of the creek and
Okay.
Anyhow, so you do get the opportunity to get out with the 5-piece and play.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy more? Solo guitar, solo stuff, the duo stuff with Tim, or the full band, or is it kind of an equal thing?
I definitely enjoy the duo stuff. It's a lot less work, and it's the same money or even better than the band. The money is nice, but it's a lot less work, a lot less equipment.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when we get the whole band together, it kicks ass.
Yeah.
I mean, we can honky tonk it up, Yeah. So,
yeah.
Big time.
especially guys with Tim and Billy
yeah.
and Chris in there,
And Frank Wicher.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll let you try to. They're coming to see him. They're coming to see you. And it's kind of like Paul McCartney and Wings. It's a good band, but we're coming to see Paul. We're coming to see Frank. From a visceral musician, songwriter, do you like? So I'll ask the same question, but answer it, or maybe it's the same answer. Answer it from your musician, songwriter standpoint. Full band, duo, solo. Is it the same answer? In other words, do you get the same kind of vibe playing duo versus the full band where you're kicking ass?
It's a little bit different for me because I don't want to get into too much detail, but if you don't know, but I like to, if I can hear myself really good and put dynamics into playing, that's when it feels good to me.
Got it. Okay. So it's regardless of, you got
whoever's playing, if we play with good dynamics. And,
the fact that, you do the duo and the full band, and I think that's going to kind of be the wave of, the future, for musicians like us, is that, you're going to have, you'll have the opportunity to play with the 5 or 4 piece band, but a lot of places aren't booking them.
No.
And so, you have to kind of adjust.
It's just, there's a lot of times there's not enough room unless you're playing a carnival stage. Well, most of the times, a lot of these venues, they show you a little shoe step. Here, is this big enough? You need more room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can you move the table out of here first? Or, that kind of.
Oh, we can't because we have a group coming in that's going to use this table.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And we could go, maybe offline we'll talk about the whole dynamics of venues. But so you've how many songs do you think you've written? Ballpark.
Not many. Probably,
really?
No. Probably 35.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there's times I only write maybe one a year.
Okay, so
I don't sit down every day, and it has to really hit me.
Okay.
I don't try to force it to come out because then it.
What kind of stuff inspires you to do you come up with the melody first? Do you come up with an idea? Do you come up with a riff? How does the songwriting process work for you?
Sometimes it's anymore. It's like the riff.
Okay.
Like I come up with a.
Yeah.
But there's, like, "Take Me Back" was the riff. That I played that riff for like months.
Yeah.
And finally one day the words just kind of came. But other times it's just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, the one I did earlier, the "If It Wasn't For You."
Yeah.
My good friend, he was over at my house one winter, and there was like 10 inches of snow on the ground, and I had 2 trees fell in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
They were dead, so I cut them down, and I was cutting all this stuff up, and my friend here has been battling cancer for a long time. I didn't ask him for help, but he pulled in there, and I had 2 brush fires going, and we were drinking, And at one point, I looked over at him, and he looks at me, and he goes, in his kind of distraught voice, he goes, "Frank, I want you to write a song for me tonight." But when I looked at him, and maybe I was a little bit high too. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, you're fine, man.
But I swear he was like elevated off the ground like 10 inches, like he was just floating. It was surreal, and then we're in the, But anyway, that it haunted me the way he said it.
Yeah.
And he's still alive now. He's doing great.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. And that night, it was 2:00 in the morning, I'm just fumbling through words, and I come up with the line. If it wasn't for me,
Oh wow. So that's a song that it wasn't for you.
Yeah, if it wasn't for you. Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, but.
Wow. See, I always thought it was about, your significant other or so. But it's really inspired by your friend.
Well, a lot of like the Take Me Back song, people think when you hear Take Me Back, right away assume that you're talking about a love, but it's not. As
right.
Take Me Back to the...
And, and that's the thing about a songwriter, and I'm sure, well, it has happened to you because you just gave that little example. You write a song about a certain thing, but once you perform it or once you release it, it ain't yours anymore. It's theirs, and they can interpret it the way that they want to. Do you enjoy that? I mean, are you like, Yeah, I have another song like that too. I wrote, I Don't Need You No More.
Mm-hmm.
So right away, everybody is thinking that you're, I don't need you,
right,
personal, but it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And I performed that down in Nashville at a songwriter round one time, and I wish I had more time down there.
Well, so you tell us about Nashville. When did you go down there?
I had all these songs that were on this album. I recorded this Get On Down the Road album down there because
really?
I wanted some of the songs that were on there had been recorded 20 years ago, and I just the quality of the recording just wasn't up to par.
Sure.
Like I wanted something with radio quality, and those guys in Nashville can do it like that.
Yeah,
you go in there, and and it has that radio quality ready sound to it, and that's so I went down there 4 or 5 times, and then
now what time frame are we talking about? What year are we
2016.
Okay, all right,
all of 2016.
No kidding.
And then to finish the album, and then in November of 2016, I spent like a month down there. I rented a room and then did all the songwriter stuff,
Yeah. Not the Bluebird and what's
I played the Bluebird and
what's the big songwriter? Oh shoot. I'm thinking of his Tipitinas, but that's in New Orleans. I'm trying to think of the big songwriter venue that they have down there.
There was
but I mean you can't. Yeah.
There was a couple smaller places. The Bobby's Idle Hour.
That's it. I
played down there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I played down there, and then I played about a half a dozen times. I played. Do you remember the guys? Antique Archaeology. Frank and Mike. Frank. Remember they had that Antique Archaeology show on the Nat Geo. Anyway, they had a big store. It's like set up like this. And at the end of it was their antique archaeology. Well, they had music there, so I played there on Sundays, and then I played. I don't know. I think the Holiday Inn. They had a big songwriter thing every. I forget what night it was.
Yeah. What was that? I mean, so what was that like to go to Nashville and tell me about tell us about that. Tell us about. I mean, just what was it like? Was it what you wanted? Was it everything you expected it to be, or was it?
I had been down there before, so I kind of it wasn't my first time down there.
Okay.
But the thing is, you're never going to impress anybody down there.
Yeah.
Those a lot of those players that are playing down on. Have you been down there?
I've been down there. Yeah.
You're not going to impress anybody.
No.
Because there's guys. It's an awakening.
Yeah.
If you've never been down there,
it's a humbling experience too.
It is.
Here's what somebody said. What's Nashville like? I said, okay. I said, people always ask you, who's the best guitar player in Nashville? Well, it probably is the kid that's delivering your pizza.
Yeah.
Who's the best singer in Nashville? Probably the girl that's waiting tables here at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville on Broadway.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It makes you want to quit, and it's like,
oh yeah,
went
down there and went to and this was on Music Row studio, and they were recording demos. They were recording, full studio, full the whole thing, and
these Nashville cats. I don't know if they still call them that, but they walk in and it's just like, okay, what are we doing? Oh, it's in, and they use the Nashville number system.
Yeah.
It's it's E145. And they just nail it first time.
First time.
Okay, yeah, I'm out of my league here. This is it is a humbling experience, and to go down. Did you go down there with the eye towards, or with the thought, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it?
No.
Okay.
No, no. I just wanted to. I wanted to get my songs out there. I didn't care about me.
Okay.
But there's with the internet nowadays and the million. I think Spotify alone has 60,000 songs a day uploaded.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you're just a drop in a bucket. Nobody.
Yeah. No, you're not even a drop. You're a molecule in the drop in the bucket. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, it speaks to what we were talking about earlier offline. Is with your 45 back in the day, theoretically you could have made it. Nowadays, one song on Spotify, you're a molecule.
I wish I would have had the songs as you get older. You write better. You mature.
Yeah.
I wish I would have some of the songs that I have now back then.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Because the one that I would put on a 45, it was a novelty song. It wasn't really
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think with life experiences, it makes you a better everything. A storyteller, a songwriter. So yeah, I can see that. But I mean, now though, the biggest way I think you can make it now is to get your song licensed by, a movie or a commercial or a TV show or something like that. And you alluded to that earlier. There are people that can do that. That they can just sit at home and just do that.
That's all
stuff.
they do.
Yeah.
They can pump out. They have all the equipment, and they can just pump a bunch of them out, and they have the contacts with the people. They just email them over or something.
Right.
I don't know.
And it's and music has always been a commodity. In other words, it's always been quote manufactured unquote. From the even we talk about country music. Look back in the 50s when Chet Atkins developed the Nashville sound, and it was so enamored from what had come before with the Carter family and Hank Williams and that. Because people say, oh, it's so commercial now. Well, it was commercial back then too. It was just a different commercial. But you strike me as being somebody that's like really true to themselves. I don't know that. Could you write a song? Say, oh, hey Frank, we need a song.
No.
No. You can't do it on spec. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And not be serious. I could, but not be serious about it.
Right. Yeah.
I could.
But I talked to Jeff Mamet last year for a podcast, and you're up there with him. You're an authentic person.
Jeff and I were actually. He was in the next room when we were staying down in Nashville.
Oh, no kidding!
He was in the room next to mine.
Did you know him?
Yeah.
Oh no shit!
Yeah. Yeah, I know Jeff.
Yeah, but you knew him back then. I mean, you knew who he was back then.
Yeah,
oh,
before.
Funny.
But the thing is, he wasn't there as long as I was.
Yeah,
he was on his way. I forget where he was going, but he was going to record his one album he did with the Bing Bang
Boom. Yeah,
Bing Bang. Was it Bing Bang?
Oh shoot!
Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. I played that damn song so many times.
Yeah, but he was in the next room. And
no kidding. Yeah. Oh, fun. Small. It's even a small world. In
Actually, him and I, we played a gig together. We were down at the Alley. I think it was Alley Taps, from what I remember. Yeah. And he played there. We were playing down there. He played.
Did you know he played bass in a funk band?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm like,
I'm not a funk band. I didn't know that, but I knew he played bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in, and they were, I can't remember the details of it, but they were, they recorded, they toured and that, but I'm like, you played bass in a funk band?
Yeah.
It's like, no. You and Jeff, I would love to see you guys do a show. Would be, I'd pay money to see that.
Jeff and I, we like the same kind of music.
You do. But I think you approach it a little different. He's very sardonic and that, and you're your songs kind of have like this little wink, this little wink,
Not
it's
all
like,
of them, a couple of them do.
Yeah. But that's what I like about your stuff, And I'm going to say this, and tell me if I'm wrong, and I'm cool with that. You don't take yourself entirely too seriously sometimes when you're writing. Yeah.
I used to think I did, but anymore as you get older, it's like,
Well, one song that I think is apropos and doesn't have that little wink, or maybe it does, I don't know. P.A. Gray, which we've played a couple times, the recorded version on the show, especially this time of year. Tee that one up for us, and hopefully you'll play that one for us here.
I was playing a gig in January. Actually, it was at Skeeter's Pit Barbecue.
Yeah.
And this guy, I was talking to him. He was a kind of a friend of mine, and he goes, Frank, I'm moving to, I'm getting out of Pennsylvania. I'm moving to Florida. He goes, I can't stand this Pennsylvania gray weather anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that Pennsylvania gray just kind of hit me. So it was about a year that I tried to write this song, and I just couldn't find anything to rhyme with Pennsylvania. I was like struggling to make it flow, to make it.
Yeah.
So one day I thought, wait a minute, why don't I just change the name to PA? Because that's the only state in the union that if you say I'm from PA, people recognize it.
That's right.
After I changed the name, the title,
boom,
I finished it within like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then voila.
There it is. It's amazing as a songwriter. Just some people like they have it. This I get up and I have a structure and that. It just like comes sometimes, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
A gift from God, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's
the ones that I find that the ones that you don't have to struggle for are the best, are the better ones.
Yeah.
The ones that flow.
Yeah.
If you have to struggle for it, then it just kind of.
Yeah. Do you if you struggle with one, do you put it aside, maybe come back to it later? And do you take, or if you come back to it later, do you take like pieces from it and apply it to another song?
I did that with a couple songs. I did that with Get On Down the Road. I already had some of those lines in there 4 years ago, and they were just kind of sitting there. And every once in a while I go back and just look at them, and then I thought, I can use that here.
Yeah.
So the whole dynamic of it changes, but the lines are still there.
Yeah. Bruce Barr, who really kind of mentored me in songwriting, he said, you have to look at this as a craft. He said, and not like a poetic craft. He goes, like woodworking craft. He said, and if you have a piece that doesn't fit, he said, maybe it'll fit in the next thing that you build. And that was like one of the epiphanies to me. I was like, oh, wow. I thought you had to like start and finish. Yeah. So play P.A. Gray for us, if you don't mind.
I'd love to.
All right. This is Frank Wicher, P.A. Gray, right here live in the WXPI studios, Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
I'm looking out the window pane. Day with no sun inside. Old man winter is holding tight. Frozen silence in the air makes you feel like no one cares. But if you're feeling a little blue, that P.A. Gray's got a hold of you. So don't you fear, 'cause it won't last. Winter's grip will lose its grasp. The sun will come back one of these days. It's gonna burn away this P.A. Gray. of pain. All live and breathe under different names, and we all need to do what we need to do to help get over these winter blues. Now there's a big nor'easter on its way. It's gonna fill the sky PA gray. At the end of the tunnel there's always a light, and that PA gray's gonna lose its life. Oh, don't you care, 'cause it won't last. Winter's grip is gonna lose its grasp. Oh, the sun will come back one of these days. It's gonna burn away this PA gray. Oh, the sun will come back one of these days. It's gonna burn away this PA gray. It's gonna burn away this PA gray.
PA Gray live here at the WXPI Radio Studios on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast with fascinating person here, Frank Wicher. So you touched a little bit about your songwriting process. You're doing a songwriter showcase coming up here at the Pajama Factory on January 24th. It's you. Well, who's all on the bill with that one? And I'll help you out because I got my notes.
Okay,
I put him on the spot.
I know Brian.
Here. Brian Nokier's on.
And John Sweeney.
John Sweeney. And Steve Kearns is a local songwriter from up here.
Yep,
and Clay Minier. Clay and yeah, that's it. So it's you, Clay Minier, Brian, Jeff Sweeney, and Steve Kearns. So that's 6 people on the bill.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a lot of people. And it speaks to, again, I beat this dead horse. We have in this area such a tapestry of great performers and songwriters that you could fill a bill for one evening with 6 local songwriters of quality. I think it speaks to what we have here in this area. So, but that's coming up on the 24th of January. So tell us a little bit about that, about what's your role in this whole thing. So,
what my role
what
is?
your role is? You're playing, right?
My role is, yeah.
So is it going to be a full band? Is it just you? Or?
No, I'm going to be playing with Tim Breon's going to be
there you go.
accompanying me, and I think we're all on for an hour.
Yeah. And you're going on what time?
I think I'm going on at 9.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. It starts at 7, so and that's at the community room in the Pajama Factory here. So, do you enjoy kind of doing the whole singer-songwriter thing, or
No,
I wrote? Or
I love I love playing singer-songwriter stuff.
yeah,
I just feel like. I don't know. I don't want to get way off the limb here, but
we'll drag you back if you get too far. So.
Yeah, it's like if you're an artist, if you're a painter, you don't want to paint somebody else's picture,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just enjoy when people come out and they appreciate your original stuff. That just means more to me than anything.
Exactly. When you were playing outside of something like this showcase. When you're playing, let's for example, Pure 87. Do you play mostly covers? Do you play mostly originals?
No, it's any place I play now. In the last 5, 6, 7 years, I'm probably doing at least probably 70% originals.
Really, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you, and obviously they're well received by the crowd
for people that are used to them, and
yeah. Do you think it's the exception or the norm now that you can get away with playing 70% original stuff in the venues around here, or do they still want to hear the covers, or does it depend on the venue?
It depends on the venue, but I still think that people still want to hear the covers, which is fine. You know, I mean, that's what people like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Do you when you play a cover, do you approach it and try to copy what the original artist did, or you try to make it your own?
Pretty close to the original artist, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a handful of songs that I don't go out of my way to change the whole concept of it. You know, I don't play it like I don't know how to respond to that. You never play it like the original artist, but you play it as close as you can.
But I mean, have you ever like done a different arrangement for a cover song to make it kind of your own?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
All right. I mean, people like to hear what's familiar. They like to hear, the cover songs, especially. I read somewhere where your musical tastes pretty much stop and stagnate after your college age. So, your early 20s and that. So, I mean, guys and gals of our age, they want to hear this stuff from the mid 70s and that and so forth. But I think there's room to play the obscure cover or the original stuff. And I really love hearing that you're able to play 70% of your sets of original stuff. I mean, that's incredible for around here.
Yeah.
I just
they ask for it though.
They ask for it. Yeah. I always ask them what they want to hear, but it feels good when they're yelling for,
I used to say it's pay dirt when they dance to one of your original songs, but oh gosh, it was a couple weeks ago. We had people singing along with one of our originals. I'm like, holy jeez, that's great.
I know.
Isn't that,
that's awesome. It's like that the other night there at played Pine Outer Brewing, and there were people out there singing along with the originals.
Yeah. The other, and I'm sure this has happened. Well, I did, because you had alluded to it. When somebody comes up and says that a song that you wrote spoke to them, like they, I had this old, and I didn't have the heart to tell this old guy that the song was not written for a veteran, but this old veteran came up with one of my songs. And he said that song about breaking my chain. He said I'm a Vietnam veteran, and he just started telling me his story, and I didn't have the heart to tell him. It's like that song was written about a dog tied up to an old rusty Datsun in Montgomery, Alabama. But for like I said, you write a song and then you play it. It's not really yours anymore. People are gonna take it as theirs and interpret it. But that's one of the joys of being a songwriter,
right?
Yeah. So the 24th of January, 9:00. Well, get down there at 7, but get down there at 9. I'm going to be there because I want to see you and Tim play. So I'm going to definitely be there. We're going to kind of wrap things up here. Are you going back in the recording studio at any time soon?
No. Hope to sometime this year, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Now I've noticed a lot of songwriters will go back and re-record some of their older stuff. Do you find you do that, or are you going in?
I did with the one album, the Get On Down the Road, but
that you did in Nashville.
That I did in Nashville, because some of the older stuff, but then there was some new stuff. But I want to mention, if we can, we do have a website. It's Frank Wicher Official.
Okay,
and that will. All our original music is on there. The upcoming events. We have videos on there. I have a bunch of videos on YouTube.
Okay.
With all the songs.
Do you have a dedicated YouTube channel, or
yes?
Okay.
Or yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you put the videos on YouTube, but do you have a dedicated channel for? And I'm just learning about this stuff too. So you could have a dedicated channel for Frank Wicher's videos, and that's where you put them all. They're still played out on YouTube. I'm learning all this stuff too. So
see, when you upload your songs to CD Baby is my
Oh,
distributor.
right. Okay.
So CD Baby will also put them on as topic.
Bingo. Yes.
But it doesn't. It's just.
It's different than Okay. All right. We will link. Your website to the podcast so that.
And then, of course, all our stuff is on Spotify too. All the original music, Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah. You got to be on that stuff, man.
Yeah, and that's where I'm not very good at promoting. I just like
offline. I'll tell you the story about how I got schooled into streaming and that. And do you have a presence on social media with Frank Wicher Music, or like on Facebook or Instagram or anything?
We have a Facebook of Frank Wicher Band.
Okay.
And then my personal page on So.
But you do have we'll get that and we'll link it as well. All right. So as we wrap things up here, we have a couple of standard questions that we ask each guest. We kind of alluded to the first one, your first instrument, maybe not your first guitar, but your first instrument that you had that you played.
Accordion.
Accordion. No kidding. So you picked that up before the piano.
I got that from my well,
it makes sense for the German heritage. Then.
I got that from one of my uncles.
Oh, funny. Now, was it the old concertina, or did it have the keys on it?
It had the keys, and it was, but it didn't have the front to it. I actually found it in a junkyard.
Oh, okay.
But my uncle played one.
Oh, okay.
So,
could you play "Lady of Spain"?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So then you weren't an accordion player.
No.
Anybody that plays the accordion, you got to ask me, can you play "Lady of Spain"? If they say, "Oh yeah, I can play "Lady of Spain," then they're an accordion player. One piece of gear, whether it's an amp, a guitar, a pedal, that you got rid of that you would love to have back.
A pedal.
A pedal.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an old tube screamer from about 35 years ago, or longer, and I'd love to have that thing back.
Oh, because the circuitry and the new ones, I mean, they say, it's the same.
No,
they're not. They're not the same. Interesting. You're the first person on 37 episodes that said they want to get a pedal back. Because I always throw it in.
Well, that's because I have everything else. I never got really anything.
Yeah, because you said you still had the first good guitar that the Yamaha, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't get rid of it. I admire you.
I don't get rid of
somebody.
Stuff.
Sarah Flieger. I asked her that question when I did her interview, and she said, there's nothing. I've never gotten rid of anything, so I can't. Lucky you.
Yeah, I don't like to get rid of the stuff.
Yeah, smart man. See, this is.
I'm not a hoarder, but I just don't like if something works.
It's sentimental.
That's right.
If something works, I just stick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question: is there anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
Now I'm getting the impression that this is not in your comfort zone to be talking about yourself.
No, I don't.
Again, you strike me as a common, like the common man. You strike me as an authentic person. So for you to sit down and talk about yourself for almost 2 hours,
There's yeah.
But now the funny thing is,
I feel funny talking about it,
Well, but again, from an outsider who really, again, meeting you in passing a couple times, this is fascinating. I mean, there's a lot about, and I'm sure that we haven't even scratched the surface on it, but I didn't know.
There's a lot of things you don't want to know.
Well, probably.
It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah. Well, speaking of funny, we are going to we're gonna play out with one of your songs that I was alluding to, with a little wink in your eye, a little tongue in cheek, but maybe not so much. This one, this song is called Walmart Mom. So tee this one up for us, because this is a fun little song.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to go with this one. People.
Well, we have all seen the quintessential Walmart patron.
I I don't know for some reason, every time before I do this song, and I get a lot of requests for it, I always feel like I need to apologize to everybody first because I don't want them to misconstrue that I'm against Walmart or I don't have anything but that works there or shops there because I go there. Yeah. You know, you have to go there, Walmart, every once in a while.
That's
but
right.
I just got the idea because I think it's just important that, for me, it's every time I go in there, I see these poor little kids and they're trying to get their parents' attention or just want some attention. Yep. Like, hey mom, you know, and everybody's on their phone. They're too busy, and then that just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So
I think Walmart.
And I'm not saying that everybody does acts like that.
But Walmart is a nice cross section of people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a nice. I mean, you get the variety of people.
It's a stew of people.
Exactly. So yeah. So I don't. You know, nobody should take offense to it, and I think it's a great commentary song.
Yeah.
So without further, well, this will be the last song for this podcast, Frank. This has been a pleasure. This has been a lot of fun.
It has been fun.
And again, I know that you're not one to talk about yourself. It seems like, but this is fascinating. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been nice to get to know you a little bit. Well, so now the next time I see you, I'm not going to be intimidated about coming over and talking to you.
No, you don't ever have to.
Well, because when you're at my level, you got got Frank Wicher's up here and I'm down here. It's like I need an audience with Elvis or something. I don't know.
No.
I'm being
It was
facetious.
a lot of fun. I had a great time.
All right. Well, the pleasure's been mine. And Karen, thank you for helping us out and kicking him in the shin once in a while to get him to remember stuff. And
thank you.
So we're going to play out with Walmart Mom live here in the studio, WXPI Community Radio in Williamsport, with the one and only Frank Wicher, closing out this episode of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. Take it away, Frank.
I'm a Walmart mom, I've got my face in my phone. Kids in diapers left to fend on their own. Cooking and cleaning isn't on my list, but a bag full of Cheetos and McNuggets is. There's a sink full of dishes from a week ago, a pile of trash laying on the floor. I'm on the laundry that's a mile high. I might get to it before I die. 'Cause I'm a Walmart mom, I live the American dream. I'm a Facebook junkie, I'm a selfie queen. I really think my sweatpants look good on me. I'm a Walmart mom, living the American dream. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love that part. I'm not really motivated, you might say, 'cause my man's the one who brings home the pay. I just lay around the house on my ass all day. I'm too damn busy on my Facebook page. I'm not the girl I used to be. I gained a little weight, used to weigh 103. I know a little exercise would be good for me, but there's too many shows on TV. 'Cause I'm a Walmart mom, I live the American dream. I'm a Facebook junkie, I'm a selfie queen. I really think my scrunchie is good on me. I'm a Walmart mom, living the American dream. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now I load up my kids in my minivan. I take them to Walmart for a long weekend. When I walk in, I can't believe what I see. The place is full of Walmart moms like me. 'Cause I'm a Walmart mom, I live the American dream. I'm a Facebook junkie, I'm a selfie queen. I really think my yoga pants look good on me. I'm a Walmart mom, living the American
Walmart Mom from the legendary Frank Wicher. Thank you, Frank, for sitting down with us here at the WXPI Community Radio Studios and reminiscing about your incredible life and talent. And thanks to Karen for keeping us on track and helping Frank remember some stuff too, which is always important. Check out Frank's social media platforms, his YouTube channel, frankwicherofficial.com, where you can find out where he's playing here in the Central Susquehanna Valleys. This episode was recorded at WXPI Community Radio Studios and mixed and edited at Airline Studios for broadcast right now with my girl Roxy sitting right here by my side. Thanks to the Clark McLean Band for the use of their song Theme for not only the radio show, but the podcast. The radio show can be heard each week on WXPICommunityRadio.org, 88.5 on the frequency modulation dial. I am, as ever, your humble and contrite host, Michael Lundy, asking you, as I always do, to tune in again. But don't fret. Stay tuned and play nice. Until we meet again, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors. Bye-bye.